Hello, I welcome you all to the education channel of KRCHE. My name is Garima Lambavij and I am the faculty of Journalism and Mass Communication Department in Kasturiram College of Higher Education. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you that today's lecture is about event management, and the specific topic that we are going to cover today is event as a marketing tool. All right, let's proceed then. So the contents that we are going to study or talk about today are concept of marketing mix, role of events as a marketing tool, concept of communication, role of events as a communication tool, and EDIS model. All right then, let's begin. Okay, so what is marketing? A very important question if you have to understand this topic. Event marketing or marketing in general refers to all those activities that a company undertakes to promote the buying or selling of the product. Basically, that is, as we can say that a lot of activities are this. See, every company produces something, be it any service, be it a product, be it anything. The whole and sole purpose for that production is that the company wants to sell the product. Now, when I talk about selling, there are a lot of ways by which a product is to be promoted. Only if the product is promoted well, then only we can expect the sales of that product or service to hike. Now, moving further, so all those activities which a company undertakes to promote a product so that the sales increase is known as marketing. What is event marketing then? Similarly, event and events market or marketing of event when combines calls is called event marketing. When you promote your event in such a way that you want to sell it to the maximum number of people, then it's called event marketing. Now, why is it important to market event? First of all, why are we doing an event? Why do we do an event? That is something that you need to understand. The reason that we do an event is to, there can be many reasons as to why do we do an event. There can be information that we want to give to people, there can be entertainment that we want to provide to people. At times there is product launching, there is a fundraising event, there is an educational event, there is an infotainment event. So there are endless reasons by because of which an event is done. So when I talk about that, please understand that my reason of doing an event or investing this amount of money or time or effort in an event is because I want my message to reach to hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people. I want my events reach to be numerous. And how is that going to be? If nobody knows about my event, why would people come and attend my event? Why would people come and see what do I have to offer to them? For that purpose, we have to promote our event to such a way, in such a way that a lot of people they come and attend our event, so that whatever message or objective was behind that event could be easily given or persuaded, right? So let's proceed further. So I hope that event marketing is clear. What is event marketing and why is it important? Let's proceed further. Now, when I talk about marketing mix, there are 4 P's which are very, very important for everybody to understand. The first and foremost thing is product. Product. What are you selling? What are you wanting to talk about? When I talk about marketing mix, what is the product that I want to sell? What is it that I want people to know about? That is very important. It can be a brand name, it can be a company, it can be a service, it can be anything. It can just be a simple item. Suppose I am a pen creator, then my pen is my product. Hypothetically, similarly, if I talk about an event, I am going to conduct an event and I want to do event marketing, the event that I am going to do is my product. So I have to promote my product. Okay. The first and foremost thing in marketing mix is the product. जब पता ही नहीं है आपको कि किस बारे में आपको प्रमोट करना है, you will not be able to promote it. You will only be able to promote it when you know what you want to promote, when you know what you want to talk about, when you know what people should know about. So that is your product. So the first and foremost thing is product. And when I talk about product, your product should be unique. Your product should be different. See, today market is huge. There are humongous number of options. So many options are there. When I talk about even a single pencil, even a single pen has n number of options available in the market. It was not the case earlier. A decade ago, or probably 2 decades ago, the case was not the same. But right now, the competition is so high that every single person is striving hard to launch something that is different, that is unique. That is why it is very, very important that you should focus on the fact that your product is different from others, because that only is going to be your USP, that is unique selling proposition. That is going to be something that you will encash upon, that you will tell people that, see, this is something that I'm offering which is different from everybody else. So you need to understand that your product has to be different than the others. Then comes price. Okay, now when I talk about price, there are a lot of factors on which price depends, right? First of all, please understand the people you are selling your product for, the people you are marketing your product for, the price should be set according to those people only. Those people are called target audience. So your price should always be set according to your target audience. When I go in the market and I have to buy a shirt, I can get a shirt for 200 rupees also, and I can get a shirt for 20,000 also. Both the varieties are available. But depending on the kind of customer, depending on the kind of buyer, depending on the kind of target audience, I would have to offer my price. If I am offering my price according to, if I'm not offering my price according to the people who have to buy it, then I would fail. I would definitely fail. So it is very, very important in the marketing concept for you to know who are the people you are doing marketing for. That is why you have to always and always set the price according to the people. Okay, next comes the place. Where are you going to market? If I have a certain product for a certain kind of audience, I will go to a certain place only. I am not going to market in front of the people or in the place where those people don't reside. There is no point. I have to market myself, I have to market my product at that place only, which is feasible for the kind of target audience that I am aiming to target, that I am aiming to get their attention. That is very, very important for me to understand the kind of people that I am targeting. I am only going to talk to them. Why should I waste my money in targeting the people or giving my message to the people who are not of any use to me? There is no point, right? And the last one is promotion. So in marketing, promotion plays a very, very, very important role. Until and unless people don't know about me, they are not going to buy me. It is very important that I should always make sure that people or my target audience, they know well about me. They know who am I, what am I marketing, what am I wanting to say, what am I going to do. When I am going to create that buzz about me, when I'm going to create that stir about me in the market, then only people will be interested in buying me, in buying my product, in using my company. Okay, so that is very, very important. So 4 P's of marketing mix: product, price, place and promotion. Extremely important this concept is, and the whole concept of marketing revolves around these 4 pillars only. Okay, so moving further, product. As I have already told you, what solution does the customer want and need? What is the kind of product that a customer is wanting? What are the features of the product? What is the design of the product? What is the experience that the people get when they use their product? Naming, branding, differentiation. Branding plays an extremely important role in any product or in the marketing of any product. Right now, for example, if I say iPhone, the first thing that will come in your mind is that kata hua apple that is present on the back, that half apple that is there. That's the logo of the Apple brand, right? That will be the first thing. What will be the next thing? Status, money. So these are some things that are associated with this brand. Similarly, when I talk about Airtel, what will come in your mind? Good connection, right? Then there will be the connectivity is always good. Okay, so please understand that every single product or every single brand, I should rather say, has set a certain kind of image in your mind, right? And you need to understand that this image plays a very important role. Very, very important role. Branding. This image that a brand creates in your mind. The moment a brand's name is taken, a certain image comes in your mind, a certain picture comes in your mind. That is called branding. And that is very important. That is extremely crucial. That what exactly is the image that a brand has made, because that only is going to be valuable for a brand in the future. That only is going to be of use. And the next thing is differentiation. How is one product different from the other? How am I different from all the other products that are there in the market, my contemporaries? What have I got different to offer to you? Why should people buy me or buy my product? What is the reason? So that is something very, very important. A brand name, a brand logo, an image that a brand has made, all these things are called branding. Okay, let's proceed further. Price. What is the cost to the customer? Value to buyer. Price sensitivity, existing price points, discounts, competitor pricing. Very, very important. Value to buyer. What is the value of the product that you are offering? Does the buyer think that even if I buy this price for this product for this price, it's worthy for me? There are phones available in the market for 10,000 also and for 1.5 lakhs also. People buy the phones of 10,000 also and 1.5 lakhs also, but there is a difference. For anyone who is investing 1.5 lakhs in just one phone, there should be some reason to it. The reason is that the person finds that product worthy of the price. That product is found to be well invested by the buyer, because the buyer thinks that the product is worthy of all the money that the buyer is spending on the product, right? Then comes price sensitivity. You cannot overcharge your customer. That is like a crime. That is not acceptable anywhere. So customer always has a certain value in his or her mind or in their minds which they would like to spend on a certain thing, right? And they are not going to go overboard. Around that amount is okay. But if you tell them to pay for the same product twice or thrice of what the customer had in mind, the customer is never going to pay. The customer is never going to buy that product. So please understand that price sensitivity is also very, very important. Price should always be minimal. It should not, you should never overcharge your customer, because then the customer is going to lose his or her trust in you, and that is something that you don't want, because once trust broken, it's not going to get back. Okay, then what are the discounts that you always offer? Because discounts are very, very important, so you should always keep a window of the discounts also that you will offer to your target audiences or your customers. And then competitor pricing, an extremely important point in marketing mix. What are the various prices of the similar kind of products that are there available in the market? If I am launching something, if I am offering a product, that is obvious that already there must be a few products existing of the same manner, and in future also similar products will be launched. What is the price window? If somebody is getting similar product like me in 500, why would that person pay 2000 for the same product, even if I have to offer that? Nobody is going to pay that. So always keep in mind the competitor pricing also, then only finalize your price. All right, moving further. Place. Now what is the meaning of place? Location of purchase, ease of transaction, access to distribution channels, sales force, competitor approaches. As I have already told you, how does the customer act or buy? What is the buying pattern of the customer? What is the location of purchase? Where are you wanting to target the people? Place is very important. How feasible is it for the people to reach to your product or to you or to your company or to your brand? Okay, so that is also very, very important. You should always make sure that it should be feasible, your product should be accessible, your customers should be able to reach out to you if they want to buy your product. That is something that you have to take care. Okay, next, promotion. As I said, the most important factor when I talk about marketing mix, what is the dialogue between customer and company? See, I'll give you an example. A lot many times this happens that whenever we think of buying something, there are certain products which have left a great image in our minds. If I compare Airtel and Jio, when Jio came, it was a revolutionary product. Everyone, every single person wanted to go for Jio. Every single person wanted to buy Jio. People were switching their current networks like anything. There were lines for 2 hours, 3 hours, overnight. People were waiting to get just one SIM card of Jio. Why? Because it was such a revolutionary product that nobody was anticipating. Before Jio, people were paying so much for the internet, for the calling, but what did Jio offer? Jio offered something very, very else. Jio offered that use as much internet as you want to, we are not going to charge you. And that was a great scheme. Other brands also had to drop down their prices because the competition was so fierce that they could not survive. And a lot of brands did not survive. Even after the prices were depreciated, even after the prices were reduced of by a lot of brands, then also some products, some brands, some connections were out. They had to be dropped down because people were no more interested in buying them. So that is the beauty of promotion. Then, now, then you need to understand that promotion is very important. If people don't know what I have to offer, they are never going to buy because उनको idea ही नहीं है. They have no idea at all. So the first thing that comes in the mind when I talk about promotion is the message. What exactly is the message that you want to give to your target audience? What is it that you want to promote about? What is it that is your unique selling proposition? Because that is something that you are going to encash. Okay. Next, what is the method of delivering message? Never rely on just one way of disseminating information. Because if your target audience is varied, then it becomes natural, it becomes obvious that those people would be using different kind of mediums. So always try to disseminate the information in a way that a lot of people get the information at the same time. That is very, very important. Then timing of delivery. When are you exactly promoting your event or your product? That is also extremely important. Right? When demonetization happened, then Paytm was promoted like anything. And it worked wonders for Paytm. Why? Because the timing was correct. The timing of promoting that product was brilliant. Right? So please understand that timing of delivery of the message is also extremely important. When are you giving the message? The timing should be correct. Right? Next, communication by customers and influencers. So there was a time when people used to rely on word of mouth. Whenever I use a product, I always have, everybody has got a different opinion about the product. So if I say something positive about the product, then definitely it's going to be helpful or beneficial for the product. Hypothetically, I went to a restaurant, I liked the restaurant, I liked the food, I liked the service, I liked the rates. I will come back and tell my friends, I'll tell a lot of people that see, I went to a restaurant, it was very good. Please go and have and try that one. It's great. It has got value for money. It has got good taste. Similarly, now the concept has changed. Now the concept has begun in which there are influencers who are hired. They do the same thing as word of mouth, but their reach is much, much more. If I am saying something, 10 people will listen, 15 will listen, 50 will listen. But if an influencer is saying something, then definitely thousands of people are going to listen and get convinced. आज भी अगर हमें कोई प्रोडक्ट खरीदना होता है, व्हाट्स द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट वी डू? वी रीड द रिव्यूज, वी टॉक टू आवर फ्रेंड्स, वी टॉक टू आवर रिलेटिव्स that I am planning to buy a car, I'm planning to buy a phone, I'm planning to buy a washing machine, anything that I'm planning to buy, I'll discuss with people. I'll try to get as many reviews as possible because that's important, right? I would definitely want to know that what exactly are people talking about the product that I'm thinking of buying. And that is what influencers do. Influencers market your product, influencers promote your product in a positive way, right? And they have got a very large reach, a very huge reach, and that is why the message is given or disseminated in a good way, in a better way as compared to word of mouth. Okay, then competitor promotions. Never ever let your competitors out of sight. That is like one golden rule. That is very, very important. You need to understand your competitors play a crucial role. You have to keep a tab of them. You have to keep a tab of their activities. What are they doing? How are they promoting? What ways are they using? What prices are they offering? What discounts are they offering? So all these things are very, very important for you to know if you want to market your product in a good way. Right, let's proceed further. Role of events as a marketing tool. Now, how are events important as a tool of marketing? Okay. So these are certain roles which are there, which I'll discuss with you one by one. It is one of the strategic marketing tool used by companies of all sizes. So events are something that are used by all the companies of all the sizes. It is such a great strategic tool because it has got a loud reach. Please understand, events are a once in a lifetime opportunity for everybody who's understanding them. Please understand that events are a once in a lifetime opportunity for everybody who's attending them, right? If you have ever attended an event, trust me, if the experience was good, then also you'll not be able to forget. If the experience was bad, then also you'll not be able to forget. So that is the beauty of events, right? They never get out of your mind. You see them, you live them, you experience them, and that experience is etched in your memory. So that is the beauty of events, right? Next, events derive their main strength from their ability to interact directly with the target groups. If I see an advertisement today, would I be able to remark? Would I be able to give my feedback? Would I be able to give my review to the company there and then? No. The only thing that I'll do is, I didn't like the ad, I didn't like the product, to my own self, probably to one or two other people. But when I talk about events, the most important factor of an event is that you can get live feedback. Event is going on, people are applauding, that means they are liking. People are throwing things at you, they are not liking. Immediately a person can get up and say what that person has to say. So the reactions, the feedbacks, all these things are immediate, are live. So that is the main strength of an event. That provides the main strength to an event. In advertisements, that's not the case. I saw a banner, I didn't like it. I saw a poster, didn't like it. Saw an ad, didn't like it. What can I do about it? Nothing. I can't do anything about it. I can just ignore it. But in the events, that is not the case. If I'm attending an event, I'm not liking something, I'll get up. I'll immediately tell the person. If I'm liking something, I'll again express that I'm liking this. If I have any doubt, there is a product launch and I have a doubt on how is the product used, I can ask for a demonstration. So please understand that when I talk about events, that is also something beautiful about events, that the feedback is immediate, right? Moving further, third point, event marketing is used to promote various products. Definitely, there is nothing that can't be marketed with the help of events. Events are a great medium to do that. Promotional events help to communicate with clients and potential clients. As I said, feedback immediate, message loud and clear, and that is what is required for communication, right? There is a channel, there is a sender, there are probable buyers or buyers. What else is required, right? So you can always disseminate your message in an effective way to your target audiences, to your current existing clients, and to the potential clients. The target audience always converts into potential clients if you have marketed your product in a good enough manner. Then target desired audience by using the news media. Whenever an event happens, a lot of buzz is created, a lot of talks are there. So that also is helpful, because when there is talk about you in the media, the people are always interested in buying you, the people are always interested in investing in you. So that is also something that is very important. Next, the idea of an event is to entertain as well as get the message across, and that is something beautiful. You are giving your message also, and You are entertaining the people also. So the people will never get bored. Plus, they are getting what you are wanting to tell them. They are understanding what you are trying to tell them. That is also very, very important, because that's the main reason why you are doing an event. These are certain reasons by which we say that events are a great marketing tool and they help in marketing, and it is always beneficial if the events are marketed in a good way. Okay, moving further. Next is event as a tool of communication. Now, what is communication? Concept of communication. What is that? Communication basically is what? I think communication is the essence of human life. Communication is the backbone of human life. If even for a day or an hour we think that there is no mode of communication with us, we'll not be able to survive. If I lock you in a room where there is no phone, no TV, no person to talk to, and you are just alone in an empty room, how long can you survive? I don't think you will be able to survive for long, because I can't. I honestly cannot. That is why communication plays a very, very important role in human life. Anything that we are saying right now, also, this is a one-way communication that I'm doing with you people, right? Anything that I have to say, my views, my ideas, my thoughts, my opinions, the way I'm expressing myself, the way you react to it, everything is communication. Every single thing is a part of communication, right? When somebody asks you something and you nod, that's a communication, right? So every single thing is communication around us, right? Similarly, if we have to give a message to our target audience with the help of events, then also that is communication. So communication is the most important concept that revolves around event, because what is the main purpose of events? Entertainment by communicating, providing message by communicating, educating by communicating, awareing by communicating, infotainment by communicating. Nothing can be done, none of the objectives can be achieved if I am not communicating in a proper way, right? So every single thing when I talk about an event is all about communication. I am giving a message to my audience, to my people, to my target audience, to the people that I want to target or market my product in front of, is communication only. Okay, so communication is crucial for the success of any organization. We need to use different elements of the communications mix to communicate our message, its value, and any benefits to the customers. How would my customers know that my product is important for them? How would my customers know that there is nothing like my product, that they should buy, they should invest in my product, they should use my product at least once, so that they can understand how great my product is, right? How would people know if I'll not tell them, right? So communication plays a crucial role. For event, the main elements that make up the communication mix include. Now, what are the elements of communication mix? Communication mix: direct mails, word of mouth, direct response, and advertising. Whenever I have to give a message to my people, there can be various ways, right? Whenever I have to invite people or target audience for my event, there are various ways. Okay, I can mail them directly. Okay, I can get their responses through word of mouth, as I have already explained to you. Then there are direct responses, there is advertising. What is all this? All these are different ways of communicating, and nothing else at all. When I'm sending a message, I'm communicating. When I'm receiving a message, I'm communicating. When somebody is saying something, giving an opinion about something, communicating. When I'm advertising something, communicating. So please understand, all these elements, when clubbed together, they make communication mix. So events are a great way of communication, and there is a beauty of events also, that is that it always and always focuses on two-way communication. I am saying something, you are receiving that information, then you are saying something and I am receiving that information. It is always two-way, right? Somebody is saying, giving, and somebody is receiving. Okay, so it is always a two-way communication. Feedback is there. What else is required? Because feedback is very important for improvement. How can a person improve if a person does not know where he or she is lagging? And how will that person know? By the feedback. By the response that the person got or received. All right. So that is why events are a great way of communicating with people you want to target, with people you want to give your message to. Events play a very crucial role. All right, let's proceed further. Now, another important concept when I talk about event as a communication tool is IDAS model. This concept plays a very crucial role in the whole concept of event as a communication tool. What is that? Let's have a look. A. Now, A stands for attention. Attention is the first thing that every single marketer or advertiser or event organizer desires for. I am sitting at home and suddenly I hear some loud music outside. What will be my first instinct? I'll get up. I'll get up and go to the window and check what's happening. Who is playing the music? What is happening outside? So that is my first instinct, because the person managed to grab my attention, right? Hypothetically, somebody rang your bell. Okay, the doorbell rang of your house. What will you do? You'll get up and go to the door to see who has come. That means the first thing was getting your attention. When the bell was rung, your attention immediately got diverted to the bell, to the doorbell. You got up and you went to the door. Now, there was a person who was a salesman. Okay, the person started talking. The person is trying to get your interest to his or her product, right? Now you have got your interest. Okay, the person is explaining about his product, the person is telling you about the features, the salesman is telling you how the product is good and why you should buy the product and how it's better than every other product in the market, and you are listening and listening and listening. Now what will happen? That you will suddenly get a desire of doing what? To buy the product. Okay, now you will think that if the product is as good as this person is claiming to be, why not try? Let me try the product. Let me try and see whether the product is actually this good as this person is claiming or not. Let me just see. Then you'll buy the product. So you are acting on the desire that was there in you. That is to buy the product, right? And then comes the satisfaction. So once you have purchased the product, once you have bought the product, then the role of the salesperson or the company is not over. It is very, very important for you to be satisfied with the product. Because if you are satisfied with the product, then only you are going to buy the same product once again. Otherwise, you will not buy. Otherwise, you'll simply just stop using the product. That, oh my God, I wasted my money. Why did I buy this product? I should not have bought it. But if you are satisfied with the product, on the other hand, you are going to buy in the future also. And you are going to tell 10 other people also that, see, this is something that I bought and this is something that I liked. So, a satisfied customer or a happy customer plays a very, very important role. That is why satisfaction of the customer is also of extreme importance, right? Because me as a company, my goal is not just to sell my product once. My goal is to make my customers happy and permanent, so that they are marketing my product, they are doing word of mouth for my product to every other person, and they also remain to be loyal customers of my brand. Loyal customers are such an asset for any organization that you can't believe, right? When the whole Jio fiasco happened, Airtel could survive. Why? Because Airtel had a large number of loyal customers who did not switch their networks. So that is why same thing happened with Maggi, right? I can give you n number of examples where a product was brought back or continue to exist only and only because of happy and satisfied customers. Okay, so attention, interest, desire, action, satisfaction. ADAS model plays a very, very important role. Okay, the message should communicate it in such a way that it is able to grab the attention. Okay, it is able to make the person interested, so that the person gets a desire to invest in your product. And when a person gets desire, then obviously the person has to act on the desire. Then obviously the person will end up purchasing your product. Now you have to satisfy. And how can you satisfy? By actually providing a good product. Okay? Because by attention grabbing, you can catch the customer once. But if the customer is not happy, not satisfied, he is not going to come back to you. You will only have to fetch new customers and you will not be able to survive in the market for long. Okay? So in case if you are aiming to survive in the market for long, try and make your customers happy and satisfied. Okay? Thank you very much. That was it for today's lecture. I hope I continue to teach you similarly in the upcoming lectures. Thank you once again. Thank you.